starting video transmission, and perfect. Ever since I went into there, into my fucking mainframe and fucking, did the business, I've had no
Please
issues.
elaborate.
You know what I did. There was drivers. There was like expired drivers. We're live now. Trevoid in chat. What up, Trevoid? There was drivers. There was fucking. There was all sorts of stuff in the mainframe that I had to.
There was nothing other than drivers. That's all it is.
There was
Databases?
There was databases. There was like formulae, and
You got it.
ever since then, there's been no issues. Goose, you're echoing, brother.
God damn.
Goose.
This is the problem with the phone setup. I'm literally sitting in my new house with filler all over the walls and like no computer, no internet, so I'm just on my phone.
Don't you got some earpods? Plug in some earpods. Trevoid.
Well,
Trevoid said
I had
Goose
those
murdered
in.
Blind Eye. What?
I had those in, but then you couldn't hear me.
Oh Christ, Jesus. We'll make it work.
It's like we have 2 raw lives in here.
Yeah, it doesn't get better. It cannot get better. Unless there was 3. Endo in chat. Pogger stream. I miss Goose's voice. Yeah, me too, man. I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a thing on Discord. Bl'Art showed it to me because he called me. And my phone was closed. I wasn't in Discord. It just came up on my phone like I was getting called by like my next door neighbor. It just said Bl'Artagnan. It just said Bl'Artagnan is calling. I was like, what? What the fuck? And I answered it, and it was fucking Bl'Art. It was just like a Discord, but it was in Discord, but it comes through your regular phone. I call Goose like that every single day. And I call him like that literally once a day, and I make sure it's after he's off work in England. He has not answered the phone once. He literally hits ignore.
I wish you'd take a hint.
Yeah. Well, you could tell me. You just answered the Discord call.
Stop calling me after your work time. That's like midnight for me.
There's this angry American man, and he's blowing up my phone every evening.
Speaking of angry American man, how did you find the football the other day?
Well, West Ham, they were doing the business, man. I had convinced myself. Becca was watching with me, and she couldn't believe it. I was like, "This is it. West Ham are gonna do it, man. They're gonna fucking beat City, and all we're gonna have to do is figure out the goal difference." They didn't beat them, but they drew. So I'm sure
2-0 down at half.
Yeah, but listen. Now, technically, all they have to do on Championship Sunday is just draw. If they draw and we win both of our games in hand, we fucking win the league. And
Draw life.
on top, I'm gonna change my name in Discord to Draw Life. And on top of that, you know who manages Aston Villa?
I do not.
Stevie G, baby. Stevie G.
Oh, yes, it does.
Stevie G's gonna win the league for us, man. After he couldn't do it as a player, he's gonna draw City on Sunday. But no, I'm not angry. I'm happy.
Well, it's a big deal because it could be the quad for Liverpool.
Yeah, no one's ever done that, bro. Not in England anyway. But I mean, hey, still gotta beat Real Madrid and Paris too. But light work. I think Indolent Lard is a Real Madrid fan, so I'm not gonna talk to him tonight. I'm trying to get the link to our video. Bl'Art does all this stuff. Well, if you're in chat already, Bl'Art is indisposed this evening. He has prior commitments, but he'll be back soon.
Pour one out for Bl'Art.
I'm gonna pour one out for Bl'Art.
His return was all too brief.
Yeah. He'll be back in like 2 months or something.
Yeah, he'll be. It's don't worry about it. He'll be back at some point. Also, his return went perfectly. Like, I set it up in like a really, really clever, cute way. So.
Yeah, I remember no hitches with that.
No.
Nothing went wrong.
I'm almost ready. I'm just doing all the, all the work that the leader has to do week in and week out. It's exhausting, but
Wait, hacking some mainframes again?
yeah. I've really become very, very good at computers since this whole event has started, or this whole our little gathering.
It's an event. It's a cinematic event.
Mm-hmm. It's a cinematic universe. Since the LSCU started, I've literally learned
The Lifestream cinematic universe.
Yeah, I've learned everything. D Knight in the chat. What's up, D Knight? How you doing, man? We got a packed show tonight, man. We got C90 quests that need to be done. We got co-op shops that need to be fucking empty, baby. Hold on to
Wow, you're making this sound so exciting.
Hold on to your seats, everybody. I'm almost done. I'm just going through all my little.
Some hot Lyse and co-op action.
That's right.
Oh, I'll bring her.
You'll bring your blue, Lyse.
With 2 out of 5 ultimate weapon.
Oh God, she's got to be doing hundreds of damage.
Man, you haven't seen her EX, man.
Yeah, you haven't.
I've got her. I haven't got her blue. I haven't used her, but maybe we'll see her in the co-op.
Well, you won't see her EX in the call because it won't be charged, but actually, I can make that happen. Hold up.
Bring a Lloyd call. Does Lloyd?
Is there a world where you
No,
spam Fist of Fire?
No. You use Shulk call. Shulk's LD call instant charges your EX.
Oh.
Yeah, it does.
It also full dispels. I actually used it in the 6 Warrior quest to dispel the buffs.
It's one of those really good calls I always forget about.
Yeah, I think Shulk's LD call is actually pretty solid. And the base call gives you like a Brave Shield, which is kind of funny, like only on the color.
All right, are you guys ready?
Which is useful very, very rarely, but it's like
I'm
fun.
good.
Okay.
Yo, Mouse with the 9 months of subscription.
Good
My
God, 9 months. We have been doing this too long. Shout out, Mouse, man. Good looking out, brother. All right, I gotta turn the volume
Happy
down on my.
Escape Month, Leaf Blade Mouse.
He's been streaming his Kingdom Hearts 3 kills.
Yeah, check out Leaf Blade Mouse on Twitch if you want to see some fucking terrific Kingdom Hearts gameplay. It's a boss rush.
I
Is
think
that
he
what that's
got-
called?
It's the organization stuff. He got Ansem down today.
It's like all the bosses, though, right? He's just murdering bosses back to back.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
souped up.
Yeah, it's a boss rush, like the thing we're going to talk about tonight, right?
Yeah,
Raw
we
Life?
got a boss rush tonight to talk about. This is everything's coming up Raw Life. Let's get the show started. I'm gonna count to 3. 3, 2. Okay. 3, 2.
And now it's time to start the show with Bl'Artagnan, Raw Life, and some girl. This is the Lifestream.
Yes, this is a live stream. Welcome, folks. To live stream number 41. I'm Raw Life. BlueStacks has crashed again. Phenomenal intro.
Flawless.
That is the voice of your weekly hero, Samegi. Samegi, how you
Yeah.
doing?
I'm doing all right. Been pretty busy, though. Work's finally starting to calm down, wrapping up the school year, which is nice. Going to be done in like 2 weeks, so that's exciting.
You'll be off for the summer.
Yeah, and I'm quitting my job, so I'll be off forever.
Plenty of time to do Final Fantasy IX from scratch.
Yeah. I'll be using that time to do more challenge runs.
The ATB takes long enough.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's enough challenge runs to fill the void. But
Hey.
that voice, the other voice you heard, is Goose. Goose in 30 seconds or less. Talk to the people, man.
Hello, hello. I'm pretty good. I'm currently in my half-painted house with no internet, drinking a bottle of 19-year Bowmore, so having a pretty good night.
Shout out, Goose. Shout out your new flat, your new crib. You guys use crib?
When we're babies, yeah.
Okay, your new flat, your new house. Welcome, everybody. This is live stream number 41. 41 live streams. Phenomenal. Thank you guys for the support. Thanks for hanging out with us. If BlueStacks isn't going to get along, we'll just talk about the different ways that you can call a house in England and America. So I'm not worried about it. But it looks like it's running fine now. We actually only had one thing since last Monday, right? It was Boss Rush.
It was one hell of a thing.
Yeah, Boss Rush. What a Boss Rush.
Yeah, Boss Rush. 6-man Boss Rush. The best kind of
This
event.
guy's been calling it Boss Rush
of
for like
one way.
a week.
There's two bosses. That's a Boss Rush. Two bosses
Yeah,
at
like
once.
Seymour's intersecting wills was a Boss Rush. There were 3 bosses there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't wait for Boss Rush tonight with Cypher and Cerberus.
Oh, we
Yeah.
do have an event tonight. We'll talk about that later when we get there. But 6-man Prelude, not 6-man Beta, 6-man Prelude came out. We'll jump into that fight here in a second. But Snow made his. Was this the first Snow banner? Am I right?
Yeah.
His BT.
Indeed.
Snow BT came out. It does some crazy shit with your Brave. Did anybody pull him and green him?
I did. I have a green
I did
Snow.
indeed.
Both of you did. Goose, talk about your pulls. Talk about Snow in general. Do you like him? Is he was built up phenomenally by the community. Is he worth it?
Yeah, I'm a really big fan of Snow. So he was built up for this whole exploit thing, which, if you haven't seen it, there were a ton of videos going around when JP had it. Nightingale did one. Destroth's been doing it in GL, where essentially you exploit a bunch of retain and Snow's refunds on his BT to just do stupid amounts from BT attacks. So you can use like the heightened Brave caps or HP caps from BT attacks to do like 500k dumps every attack. But even if you don't do that, it's a pretty neat effect, getting refunds between stuff. So we've had some units recently that can take really good advantage with it, like Seymour and Emperor as well, who was on his banner. Well, not on his banner, but same time as him, where they have a lot of dumps, but they struggle to cap on all of it. So having that bit of extra support, pretty nice. His kit didn't really get updated. He got a stronger LD, a stronger EX. He didn't really need it. He's not going to keep you super safe, but he's good.
I've hit the wrong button twice now and free recruited. So while I try to figure that out, Some Girl, did you pull him? Did we all three
Yes,
get
I
him?
did. Yeah. Well, I was gem pulling that banner because I pitied Lyse's LD. Which we'll talk about her later, but I was always going to green him. He's one that I was definitely looking forward to. It's part of why I have a Ultima Weapon Fist. It's because I wanted green Snow. I think that like the whole the exploit thing Goose talked about is definitely overhyped. Well, I mean, it is as strong. Like, it is a very strong thing that you can do, but you're not going to do it. But I just think he's a fun character. Like, I used him a ton on his LD release. I never really stopped using him. He's been my go-to tank for most of garbage time. And him getting a BT just makes him even more fun. And his effect is really unique. There's not really anyone in the game who does what he does, which is something I really like. And he's just a lot of fun.
He's aged pretty well as well, I think. Like, even though he didn't get more dumps in his regular skills in this rework, he's still doing a lot of damage. And the extra stuff from his BT aura means those like premature hits he gets is going to do more damage.
Yeah, they do a lot of damage.
Well, I got him, but surprisingly enough, I don't know what the setup is. We could show it off on stream. What is you just use anybody who has a bunch of dumps and doesn't cap, and then his BT
so the big
effect
thing
up?
the big sort of hard requirement is you need to stack a ton of Brave gain up in order for it to be like viable.
And retain, right?
You need overflow as well. It's much easier if you have like an Aroha type effect. It's not required if you can stack enough Brave Gain up. You just need something where he'll refund, where your BT character will refund past what their normal HP cap is. And that, like I said, you can accomplish that a lot of different ways. But it is a pretty tough requirement. Obviously, like Ishtola is a very popular choice for this. Kieran can get it done. You also probably want to bring in some calls to give you a little more Brave Gain up, like Charlotta calls pretty good, Steiner calls pretty good for that. But there's some pretty strict requirements for actually getting it done. So
I know the other problem with it is as soon as we get into Shinryu, they start adding some auras that limit how much you can gain, right? Based on how much your Embrave cap is, I think.
Yes.
I think that was specifically new to that setup, I believe.
Probably.
So from the sounds of it, it's not like Edaroth, where you just do this and this and it's going. He's at least got some flexibility in choices. You're just essentially bringing people who don't cap on tons of brave, tons of HP dumps and making them cap easily without anything else mattering, is what I'm hearing.
Well, that's not what the exploit is, but that's what he does on his own. The exploit is being able to abuse the fact that characters, when they use their BT finisher, they get a much higher HP cap. And if you're able to refund properly, you can maintain that cap for longer.
Oh, so you use Snow, you get Snow's BT effect up, and then you use like a DPS, all the calls, and then you use a DPS's finisher, and the finisher will do like multiple billions.
Well, it'll do the normal damage, but then you'll still be holding on to like 300,000 or 400,000 Brave, and that will be your max Brave cap for as long as you can keep the effects going.
So you can get Machina like special burst HP plus doing 500k on every dump.
Right.
That sounds ridiculous. I want to do it.
Do you have any like?
I've got everything.
Access to as much Brave Gain up as you need. Like
I don't have Ishtola BT, but other than Ishtola, I've got. What calls were you saying? I've got Steiner call. I've got Machina green. I've got. I just want to do a test on stream where we show off how ridiculous it can be if you do all the setup. Which, by the way, of course, we're not saying this is what he does all the time. This is not all the time. This would be in ideal, perfect situations to take advantage of the exploit. But the exploit was so hyped up in the global side because of what JP creators were doing with it. I have Porm and Kate Sith.
I think what happened there was just like a bit of an echo chamber where you had some people saw a YouTube video with stupid amounts of damage, then everyone said, "Oh, Snow's busted," and they didn't know why. I think that's all that was.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, it's like in practice, I don't think it's like super practical. Like you could take it to like this boss rush and just destroy it with the right setup. Like it's certainly possible, but why? I don't know.
For fun.
Because big numbers make the endorphins rush.
Yeah, that's why I blew Seymour, baby. Goose mentioned Seymour specifically. If he can make...
Well, speaking of Seymour, fucking Seymour, he kind of got hurt by a new unit.
I don't know if that's true.
Well, I don't know. Immediately after using Green Emperor, who came with Snow, it just felt like using Seymour, but for the whole fight.
Did you green your Seymour? I mean, god damn it, your Emperor?
Oh yeah, I'm greening everyone at the moment.
Okay, tell us about some girl. You didn't green Emperor, did you? You're not a fool.
Nah, I don't even have his burst.
Okay, Goose, go ahead, man. Tell us why you've done this. I can't believe you've done this.
Well, Emperor didn't really change much in how he plays at all. He got that he got the new BT Plus, which has some nice auras on it, some caps and HP damage and things we like, and it made the trap from it do more hits, but who really cares? What people care about is the rework and the C90, where all his traps just got a ton more dumps. So it's like 2 dumps per trap, and it just does this chain of like delaying and trap damage, and it's so much, man. It feels so good.
The only thing I want to add to that is that I don't have Emperor BT, but I do have his LD, and I guess I was using him on my chocoboard panels, use him a bunch of times, and I took off all of his buttons except for LD. And I went to a co-op because I needed one more Emperor run, and I used him, and I forgot to add all his buttons back, and so I used a LD with. He doesn't even have his Lufenia armor. He has his purple armor still because I don't have his BT, so I didn't get his Lufenia armor. And his LD did 975,000 damage in a co-op. I mean, obviously it doesn't matter. It's a co-op. It's fucking chaos. But, like, that did make my ears perk up a little bit. I was like, wait, what? So if he's properly supported, this guy's doing, like, kind of nuts damage, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
It's always been the case with Emperor where he has a pretty absurd damage ceiling, and he doesn't give himself a lot to be able to hit that ceiling. So he's very dependent on support. Not as dependent on support as he was before. But
so the big combo piece for him at the moment, apart from Snow, who is fantastic, is Rem. Because Remperor is a thing for a reason. She gives him that huge Embrave floor where he's constantly got that level of bravery, so he doesn't have to build up so much, and gives him tons of turns so he can delay enemies to hold them back. It feels pretty good. Oh, and the huge 30% HP damage as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, shout out Daniel Leop 189, first time chatter. Thanks for joining us, friend. We are here every week, Mondays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or if you're across the pond, 12:30 a.m. London time. So
do not remind me what the time is, man. I'm so tired.
Shout out Daniel, and then Bishop also in chat said the same thing. Try Emperor with Rem. I guess he does kind of infringe on. Like I said, I don't have his BT. He does kind of step on Seymour's toes a little bit. But let me ask you this: does he? Shout out C-Sam, longtime friend of the show with the subscription. 9 months. Good Lord. Thank you again, C-Sam. But does Emperor get better and stronger the weaker the enemy gets? Does he?
Damn, I hadn't thought of it like that, man. I hadn't thought of it like that.
Does he have a giant, huge hole in his kit that makes him really bad the first 50% and then really good the second 50%? He doesn't. So think about that.
The other cute thing I kind of like with him is most people just use him to delay forever because he's got that delay on the EX trap. But like, if you let the enemies get turns by maybe like delaying them out of order, that kind of thing, you can get those traps to go off and use his EX to reset them and just get more damage out of it. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, he seems like if it's a favorite or it's somebody you already had the BT of from his previous run, it seems like C90 has moved him, like all the C90s we've been getting for returning BTs, has moved him in his own role way back up into viable territory. If you want to use him, there's my light just went off. Did my power just go out?
You're still talking.
We can hear you.
Live? So. I don't know if
the
camera caught that. All my lights just went out. Anyway, if you want to use him, there's tools at your disposal that you can make him a viable current DPS. So enjoy that.
The other thing that I really like about this rework for him is it fixed what I thought was like the big issue and why I never wanted to use him before, which is that he had this really annoying setup time where like he's not really at full power until you've got all his traps down. But unless you like use his BT at the start of the fight with the old iteration, like you couldn't get all his traps down until like several turns into the fight, and he felt kind of bad at the start of the fight because of that. But now he starts with his EX charge. His EX is now instant turn rate, which is huge because it lets you really kind of just like get up and going and sort of keep the momentum the whole time, which I think is a really nice change for the character.
Yeah, that EX start is massive. It's just huge.
Because like I said, I never had his BT, and I really liked the concept of the character, but it just felt like if you wanted to use him as a delayer, you just couldn't without his BT, because you would like get his EX charge, you press the EX, they take a turn, his trap's gone. And they kind of fixed that, which I really like.
I mean, I think he's at his most fun when you're doing him delaying a bunch and then letting the enemies get a turn to get the extra damage. But you know, when the EX is ready, I think that's the fun way to play him.
Well, Emperor was the returning BT, but we got a new LD with the 6-man boss rush, and it was Samegi's favorite character, Lyse. And as you can see, I have a Lyse too, but her Lyse is Ultimate Weapon
Better.
and blued. So tell me about Lyse. What did she get? Is she viable now?
So I don't think she's great. I'm gonna preface all of this by saying that. I do think that a lot of people maybe are underestimating the fact that she does a lot of damage. Like, that's sort of the biggest thing she got in this upgrade, is she's does a pretty hefty amount of damage. She has some auras for the party. They're nothing too spectacular, honestly. It's like largely defensive auras, which is kind of an interesting choice. Kind of a unique choice. Pairs well with Snow, maybe, who has those lesser party protection auras. But she didn't get a ton. I don't think this is a great LD in general.
I think she's definitely got that same flavor as like she's a lot better than Thancred, but when Thancred came out, it really felt like he should have just gotten his JP rework on his LD. I think Lyse feels the same, where, you know, in JP she gets that party last stands, party can't be broken, a couple of extra nice buffs on her auras.
For sure.
And like, if she got it now, she'd be so much more attractive.
I mean, I think that, like, she doesn't feel bad, which I think is, like, better than Thancred, for example. Like, her current iteration feels pretty good. Like, she does solid damage. And she's got some auras.
I gotta ask though, with the she gets that purification move, right? With the chakra that gives her the extra 40% HP damage. Does that matter? Is that relevant to her kit? Because she has all those refunds.
I feel like she doesn't always cap on everything, but
She's in
Not
the Millionaire
that
Club,
much.
as we just saw. She's
yeah,
definitely a Millionaire
that's
Club.
also that move was also full AOE. So if there was another boss alive, that would have been 1 million damage to each boss.
What's the overhead about? If she gets to 5 stacks, she can do like a big blow up move.
She gets the plus version of her EX, which is just like 1 extra dump.
It's like the Papalimo buff on LD, except it doesn't do anything.
Well, it gives her an extra dump on EX. That's all it does. Or lets her use purification, which I don't think matters at all.
But the longevity, the extra free
Yeah.
skill use.
All these long fights in garbage time, you're gonna need her to not run out of skill uses super early.
Yeah. I think that's definitely a kind of slightly jank mechanic. I don't really get the point of that, but I don't know. I think her kit's pretty fun. Like, she's not going to be your sole support. She definitely needs to be paired with another support with some auras, because her auras aren't great. But the trade-off that is she does pretty good damage. She does have like some pretty nice auras for keeping the party safe. She's got Brave and HP damage resist, which is pretty unique. I don't know. I like the kit. I just wish she had a little more.
But you blew her. We blew our favorites. I respect that. We don't hoard materials.
I just like the FF14 monk animations. I just like pressing Elixir Field. Just the coolest animation of all time.
Well, her and Snow came with not the boss rush, the 6 warrior quest prelude.
Yo, we gonna do Balthier like that?
Oh yeah, Valtier got
Wait,
C90.
Balthier got a C90. I love Balthier. I use it.
Balthier got a terrible C90, yeah.
Yeah, it's not very good. I mean, his EX is good now, which is, I mean, that's like half of the buttons he presses, so that's cool.
That's fair.
What did he get?
He
EX
got,
is better.
yeah, it's 4 dump full AoE EX, which is kind of nice. And he got like extra stack start on his overhead, so he starts at 3 rather than 1, which it helps him. It's not great.
Tragic, man. I love Balthier. He throughout the history of this game, he has at every iteration been super helpful. I think he was the first to ever do the instead of cleansing, taking the stealing the buff, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Does anyone else do that?
Doesn't
Yuffie.
Yuffie do it? Mine now?
I thought she does debuffs. Does she still buffs
Oh,
as
she
well?
does
Okay.
the. No, she still the. Yeah,
she steals buffs with mine now.
Oh yeah, mine now. That's right. But yeah, he was the first to do that, and he felt really good. So I mean, at least he's got C90. I'm sure if you want to make him work, probably could make him work.
Well, like I said, I think this is like a fine C90 for him because, well, he just needed juice on his EX because he's one of those characters whose EX is up like literally every other turn. So that makes his average damage return quite good.
4 full AoE is pretty good for his role. It's just like, I feel like he doesn't lean hard enough into either the auras or the damage. And he just always, at this point in the game, he feels a bit wet whenever I use him.
Yeah, like, unless you're specifically bringing him for the buff and debuff stuff, like, there's just not really a reason to use him.
Well, we're going to jump into the fight. It is the 6-man. The first time we've got it. I don't know how many times JP has had it. I'm trying to find this challenge. We're doing a Tree Void. Shout out Tree Void. The Tree Void challenge. He took up the mantle after Eamon's disappearance. And he has started a challenge. He does challenges for like pretty much every event right now. And it's fun. It's good to, be able to kind of make your own fun in some of these fights. But we'll talk about the mechanics as we do the fight, but I'm just going to explain why we're using the team we're using. He did an A side and a B side. You can go to TCC Discord and see the challenge, but it's one of every crystal color. So first off, you got to use one of every crystal color in the six units. No bow, no greatsword, no staff, no sword, and no unique. So because of that, if you're keeping track, that means your whip has to be, what is the options? We'll pull it up right here.
You've got to use a whip, and it's got to be yellow, red, or green, because that's all the whips.
There's only 3 whip units in the entire game.
So 7.
Quistis for yellow, 7 for red, or Iridia for green. And Iridia is very good here, so...
Yeah, I used Iridia. So one of each
so
color.
Quistis.
And then none of the banned weapon types. And then if you want to make it even harder, there's another side that only bans characters. And it's Zac, Charlotta, Setzer, Selfie, Sid Reigns, Lena, Laguna, Garnet, Freya, Beatrix, Bosch, and who is that? Arciela. So this is the team I used. We'll go over this fight. This fight, before I throw it to the other guys, I really like this fight. Same issue that every fight has had recently. Not enough health. You can pretty much just nuke it down to death and be done with it. If it had more health, I think it'd be great. Once again, 2 bosses that do different things and behave in different ways at the same time is just good content, almost always.
It is. Absolutely.
It's so simple. It's like the simplest, easy mechanic they can do, and every time they do it, it seems to just really be engaging and fun. You got 2 bosses, and they both do different things.
Even in like the easy fights for it, it's more fun. Like Rem IW and the Seymour one as well.
Yeah, and Seymour had 3. It's like also the music. Hold on, let me see if I can crank this.
Oh yeah, God and Fire, great team.
What is it called?
God and Fire.
Y'all hear that?
I got PTSD from Duodecim from that song, Bloody Feral Chaos.
I gotta turn it down now, it's too loud. But anyway, let's get into the fight. There's a little guy, a little spider guy. It's a genocide crab, I guess. It's called Dimensional Mighty Arm. And then you got this guy. We all know him, the Shift Frame. The orb only appears on...
Screw the Shift Frame.
The orb only appears on the little guy.
Right.
It is HP regen +2, limit 10. Player action is -1, but count target action is -2.
Yeah.
It does not appear until a certain point, and it goes away for a little bit too. The mechanics are actually what makes the fight really good and really kind of hard if you... similar to Kefka, but even better, in my opinion. The fight asks questions of you and your team composition, and if you do not answer those questions specifically and correctly, you will die. So, that's good. That's good content to me.
Yeah, I think this fight's awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
For HP regen in this team.
Layla does it. right?
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
I don't use the character.
Who else is in the team? Yeah, Layla's the only one who does it, I think. Or no, yeah, Layla's the only one who does it. She stays in the hole.
Layla doesn't?
Yeah.
Huh, I know that.
Yeah,
I
she
never
had,
use those.
Yeah, I know, same.
Where is
That's
it?
not the yellow dagger HP regen unit that I used, but
Chat, help me out. Where is her HP I know it's on here because I've done the fight. Treevoid said Layla doesn't do HP regen. Who does it then? Where's my HP regen to hit the orb? It's
wait, you have an HP
damn.
regen.
Is it 9?
No.
You do not have an HP regen, that my guy.
Wait,
I
no, 'cause he
absolutely
just,
do.
I just
I've
saw what
done this
HP
fight.
regen happened. Yeah,
Yeah,
I just saw it.
I did this fight. I think it's.
Are we sure Leela doesn't have HP regen?
I think Layla does. Treevoid,
Yeah,
you are
she does.
incorrect.
she
'cause
totally does.
Yeah, she absolutely does. I just can't figure out where.
God damn.
Where the fuck is it?
It's probably the restores certain. Scroll up. It's on the second buff.
Yeah, restores certain amount. It's Storm Surge.
Yeah.
Storm Surge is her. I think it's her LD because the thing above her head isn't. Yeah, it's her LD. The
Yeah.
thing above her head is actually from Provocator's Edge.
Ew.
I've become a Layla. I just didn't know which buff had her HP regen, so this is gonna really.
It doesn't
suck.
matter in practice.
But yeah, in practice, I've become a diehard Layla stan. For this fight, for Kefka, for Seymour, even she has been just really, especially for challenge runs where she's not banned. She's been really, really good. If she's not locked out in some other way, she can make like a lot of fights free. This is a challenge run, and it's very specific to the challenge setup. But to be honest, she kind of makes this fight free. A and B, almost all their attacks are single target. There's only one guaranteed hit, as far as I know, and
Correct.
you can bring up, White Knight from 9 to survive that. But she's phenomenally good here. Everything is magic. We haven't gone over all the mechanics. So when the shift frame is airborne, he becomes magic immune and physically weak. So when he's up in the air, magic doesn't hurt him, and physical attacks do. Range is physical, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The little guy doesn't do that. He does go into, at certain points, he becomes invulnerable to Brave and HP damage, and you have to give him a turn. So, wait, he's physical right now, so I need to switch out to a physical target, like a physical guy. Hit him with this right here.
Yeah, the little crab goes through different phases. So he's got the blue where he's a little bit resistant and doesn't do too much. He's got the red where he's super aggressive, will kill you if you go below 30%, and does a huge HP poison. And then he's got the blue and yellow where he's just totally immune and will mess you up if you let him act.
Yeah, the red is actually really interesting, especially with my team. It like you said, once he goes into that red aura, if he hits, if he makes somebody get to 30%, he will instantly kill them. And the HP poison is actually massive. If you take a couple free turns in a row, if you take a couple free turns in a row, you will be down.
Well, so the thing is, you have to have an HP regen, right? So it depends on how much HP regen you have. Because I ran a team on this where I had just 30% HP regen, and it was no problem. Because I was regenning the same amount. Yeah, I stacked Prompto and Lilzet's HP regen, and then it was just not doing anything.
And you can even do stuff like bring Alex Call, or I learned, not Alex Call, Alex Summon. I learned Penelo base Call has an HP regen for 6 turns.
Yeah, Ico Call also has HP regen for like a really long time.
Yeah, but another thing about this fight that deserves talking about is the thresholds. See the this is the first time we've got that. I don't know if it's in every JP fight now, but
Not all of them.
the little marks on the HP bar tells you when the bosses hit a threshold and do something crazy, which I think is phenomenal and cool.
But yeah, it's a very nice feature. And also, if you actually click on the bosses, the boss description will tell you like what effects are currently active. Like, and if they've queued up a dangerous attack, it's like flashing red and tells you what the attack is. it's a really nice way of conveying that information. I think this is really nice.
It's funny because at the start of the fight, when you look at the bosses, there's just so much information. It's kind of overwhelming. But presenting it in this way, where you've got the wrapped in blue aura, so you can see what is going on at the moment, it makes it so much easier to pass.
It's awesome.
Also,
I think that's one of the things with this.
Go ahead, Goose.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things with this fight where, like, it's quite overwhelming and intimidating to look at. We're not used to having 6 people to work with. We're not used to those options and dealing with different bosses with lots of dangerous mechanics. But then when you get to do it, once you understand it, it's not too tricky to perform because the health's pretty low.
Yeah, and
6 characters is so powerful.
it's insane. Like they have this like super dangerous threshold attack. You can just throw like Reno in the back row and then just put up Pyramid every time he's going to do the big attack, and then it's just gone.
Yeah, that is another cool thing about the fight is that the Final Fantasy X style of switching in characters, especially with all these different thresholds they have. Like you said, you bring in somebody. I know I didn't use her, but Beatrix, after you use her EX, she gets the 1 turn, or 2 turns now, Holy Knight Safeguard. So you could hit her EX, hypothetically, put her back in the back, and then when you need to get through one of these threshold attacks that you can't dodge, bring her back out, throw it up, and you're safe again. So it gives a lot of...
She's a great example because she's got you got the thing where instant turn characters, if they take an instant turn, you can then swap them out. So you can bring her in just for the EX and swap her out for when you need her. Or you can use like fast characters like Shadow to do a bunch of burst damage and swap them straight out without taking up the other person's turn at all.
Yeah, and when it hits, especially when the shift frame, I don't know how other people handle this. All my runs, I totally nuke down the little guy first, and because he's got the orb, and he's also honestly more dangerous. Destroy him. Well, then the shift frame every now and then will switch between physical and magical weak. So you also have to consider the kind of damage you're bringing. If you bring 6 magic units, I guess you could delay him after his threshold and not really have to face. You could keep him in the air or keep him on the ground. You can manipulate that based on turn deletes, but you have to think about when you're building your team how many people do physical damage, how many people do magical damage. It's another layer. I think is cool.
Which would just bring Vaughn, you know.
Vaughn doesn't have to do brave damage.
Yeah, like also the first time I fought this fight, I brought Arciela, and HP Silence will just keep the shift frame stuck in one form for the entire fight.
Yeah, HP Silence that's another cool thing about having 2 bosses though, because if you HP Silent B and he gets to his threshold where he wants to do a bunch of, he has to, essentially he's undamageable. Is that the right word? He's invulnerable.
Yeah, he won't take any damage.
That's good enough.
he's invulnerable to damage, and you have to let him move. Well, not only with turn deletes you have to be careful, but HP Silence. If he's HP silenced, I don't know how it affects Paralyze and stuff. I'm sure the same. But if he gets his turn and isn't able to use that move, he doesn't just stop. He still is invulnerable until you let him move. So you got to be a little careful with that.
Yeah, I mean, you can just like... The thing is, one of the bosses is immune to a couple debuffs, so you can kind of like... I was kind of messing around with trying to push the HP Silence off of B and keep it on A, which is kind of a fun sort of tension to play around with.
Oh yeah, because it's got the immunity to speed-based stuff.
Right, which is one of our CL debuffs, the max rated speed down.
Damn, that's super big brain.
Wait. Go back over it again one more time. I'm so sorry.
So A is immune to debuffs that have a speed down effect.
Okay.
Rest in peace, Kurisame.
But B is not.
Wait, no. A can definitely get Hyoro on him. I brought Kurisame call. Hyoro definitely affects him.
I don't know which debuffs do and don't work. It's like...
Okay.
There's certain debuffs that do and don't get stuff.
If it specifically says speed down or something on it, then it doesn't work. Because I use Hyoro, and I think it's on him now. Oh no, that's Fran call maybe.
Yes, Fran. But that means that Arciela's framed debuff, her max Raven speed down, doesn't stick on A, but it does stick on B. So if you bring the right number of debuffs and like mess around with your calls and stuff, you can kind of like push the HP Silence off of B, but keep it on A, which is kind of what I was messing around with for those thresholds. It's pretty fun.
Some Rube Goldberg bullshit. I love it.
Well, I was like thinking about it because I didn't know how the fight worked. I was going in like mostly blind. I'd only read the boss description, and I was like, well, I need to do this attack. So,
Chad is telling me that Hyoro will not work on A. luckily... Wait, who the fuck has it on him? I'm
Also, I know chat's saying that Walker
pretty
was
sure it
great here.
does.
But
Actually,
like, I had problems with Walker.
Why? Because it's RNG and you have to absolutely...
No, because every time I ran him, I would get the confuse on the crab when it needed to attack, and it was so annoying. Oh my god.
Yeah, there's levels to this RNG shit. Yeah, make a
Oh, yeah,
poll.
but,
See if Hiora doesn't work, because I think people just said Hiora won't work because it has a speed down and didn't try it. Then you come to me, who doesn't read shit and doesn't know how the fucking game works in general, and just does whatever the fuck he wants, and it definitely works.
I'm Team Hero doesn't work, because I think I did try it and it didn't work, but I don't remember.
Maybe I didn't bring it. I'm pretty sure I brought it. I'm not going to switch characters, though, because you can only...
Yeah.
Oh, another mechanic. If you switch from one character to another, you cannot instantly switch back, right?
But if you use a call, you can switch back.
Right, you have to
Yeah.
you have to make a move, but...
You have to do something.
Um,
And I found that kind of annoying. I wish that was my one gripe. I wish there was a way to check where your calls are.
Me too.
Without-
That's what I'm doing
got
right
a
now.
habit of- I started screenshotting my team before the fight because of that.
I actually ran this fight about 20 times because Tree Void's challenge was so good, and I really wanted to do it because it was fun and engaging. But
And you kept messing up.
I'm also a fucking moron, and I kept doing it with different, like, two of one color. Like, I thought the white was yellow, and it was yellow or white.
You brought
so-
Vincent.
Oh yeah, one of
and
my
you had
runs.
white signals.
One of my runs, I brought Vincent because I needed a I needed a
God.
yellow, but he was white the whole time, and I didn't even use him. I didn't even use the call that he brought, Arciella call, and I didn't get him on the field. But because he was still white, it fucking failed my challenge, so I had to do it again. But that's another thing worth mentioning. Some people are just bringing the three other excuse me units as just call holders and just doing it with the 3 units on the field because it's not that impossible.
Yeah, because certain units are like really good here, and you kind of like want to keep them in as much as possible.
Yeah.
Like even in my challenge run of this, I really use like 4 characters.
Yeah,
one of my unused characters was EX only Shadow because I don't have his LD.
Oh, well, he's fucking phenomenal here with blue and LD. I have horrible news. I am knee injured and I can't walk, but I have to use the bathroom. So I have
Meniscus life.
Yeah, my meniscus is horribly damaged. So why don't you guys tell about who you use? Because I know Goose's team for the challenge. But if you guys want to just talk about who you brought and how you found the fight, and then once I get back, we'll go over the thresholds because we're about to hit thresholds on both of the guys.
Well, I think the thing we were saying with like using only 3 people, only 4 people, I think that's probably the easier, smarter way to do it. Build around fewer characters. But I feel like it's a lot less fun when you have the opportunity to use 6. It feels really good to use a team where all 6 are like relevant and have a role.
Yeah, like I did use the 5 of my characters in the challenge run, which was pretty fun. I just had to meet the throwing weapon requirement. I don't have any of them built at all.
It's a shame because Shadow was good here.
Like the only throwing weapon character who I have fully built with an LD is Hope. And
Damn. Yeah, Raw is injured. Yeah, he's recovering from walking too hard on his knee.
yeah, walking while elderly.
Absolutely brutal. So who did you bring, Samega? I don't think I saw your team for the challenge.
I brought actually almost the same team Raw Life has here, with the difference being I brought Prompto instead of Saz and Lilith instead of Leela.
Yo, Prompto goated.
Like I said, I kept Prompto and Lilith on the field basically the entire time, just because they were so good here and like in combination worked really well with like bringing.
Lilith, has she got HP regen?
Yeah, 10%.
I have no idea what her kit does.
And she also doesn't really need to do brave damage to hit hard, so even when the other guy was like physical immune, I could still cap damage pretty easily.
Damn.
And these guys get kind of tanky if you don't have the right like team out there, so having her auras the whole time was like really nice.
Oh my God, tell me about it. I tried running a team with Renoa as the main aura bot because she's an FFA character with HP regen. It was a bad idea. I felt I was hitting like a wet noodle with Zell. It felt horrible.
Yeah, no. She hasn't felt good for a while. For sure.
No, I ended up running like Shadow as my main damage dealer, which was really fun just because he gets so many turns, man. He gets so many turns.
Yeah.
And like we were saying earlier with the dodging stuff, like you can just take some turns, then he's got some free turns left, swap him out for someone else, do a bit more damage. And then I had, was it Prompto and Rem for double HP regen. Ursula did nothing. Quistis to delay the shift frame so it never got Fizz immune again. And then 9.
Well, here's the thing with Shadow. You have Blue Shadow too, right? Shout out.
Hell yeah.
Shout out.
But I
Blue
actually
Shadows.
use them.
I use him also. Check. I'm not going to get baited into this right now because I'm trying to provide the community with some great analysis. I'm doing analysis right now. Listen, when the guys in red aura, I couldn't use because my HP regen wasn't strong enough. It was only from Layla. So if I use Shadow when the red aura's out, he would get too close to 30% threshold where you get one-shotted. So I couldn't use him the whole fight. How are you dealing with that? I mean, every time 9 gets a turn, I can use his skill 2, which will heal, or skill 1. Wait, I don't remember which one it is.
I just used Prompto with Ram because that was enough HP regen for Shadow to just go through the poison.
Yeah.
So you got to
You can just
keep him on
bring
the field.
30%.
And also Shadow's good because the defense ignores, so like he's just hitting his numbers. And the health isn't that high. Man, you're lucky that Staff was banned for this. Otherwise, I want to see those Palom runs.
You really gonna come on the show, on my show, and bring up Blue Palom? Bring up Blue
you
Palom?
brought up Blue Shadow.
I use Blue Shadow. I'm Blue Shadow guy. I'm also Guy.
Where's your guy run?
Where's your guy run?
I'll send it to you.
I'll send mine to you, buddy. Timestamp.
The difference is
To
here,
your
I
new
actually
flat.
believe
Hold
that
on,
she says about
Somegi.
it.
Hold on. We
haven't.
got a tough guy. We got a tough guy on the show this week, chat. We got a guest.
I'm gonna do it.
Am I peeking? I don't actually. You know what? I don't care if we're peeking. We got a tough guy on the show. We got a tough guy. Tell me about your guy run, Goose.
I haven't done it yet, but I'm gonna do it before you finish this one.
Okay.
Yeah, with Leela on the field, that's definitely true.
So my whole thing here was I actually used every person on my roster except for Saz, really. Saz kind of just was dead weight.
You should have brought Prompto instead. He's way better here.
I don't
He's
have
got
his
the
LD.
fat HP regen. He's got the evade. He does damage. I think
honestly,
Prompto's super good here.
I think I honestly regret not pulling Prompto's LD. I never regret things.
He's been fun. I like Prompto's LD a
and
lot.
in challenge runs, I've seen a lot of people. I got to get through this. This is a long fucking fight, isn't it?
Well, with this team, yes, it is.
Everyone talks about how long Layla is, but if you bring the right team, it's not that long because you're getting turns with your team that you chose. So if you bring heavy hitters with her, then yeah, she does her little dodge and then heals and then brings everyone to the front. And then the guys you brought, excuse me, everyone, then the guys you brought get their turn. So if you, it sounds like a skill issue. Everyone talking shit about Layla. I'm Layla guy now, by the way. I said earlier.
Remind me what the last button you pressed is, because I don't remember seeing it.
It's been a while, yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Can we also talk about the incredible anti-synergy of Shadow and Leela?
Let's talk about Shadow, Leela, and Rydia. Rydia gives everyone dodge. Layla
No, that's not the problem. It's the lock aura.
Yeah, it's the lock.
Well, I actually asked all my friends because why try when you can just ask someone who knows. Layla's lock aura actually overrides other
Correct.
locks.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Okay,
Because
hold
Shadow
on.
needs to be targeted to get
He
the stacks
doesn't.
to do the big turn.
He doesn't. You'll see how I utilize him very carefully like a football manager. I'm Jose Mourinho. I'm Jurgen Klopp. I know what I'm doing. Just wait and see. I don't keep him on the field the whole time. I bring him on when I need him, and then you'll see. This is the best run, the best team for the challenge I've seen. So, I mean,
I can't wait to see it.
anyone else who uses this team is probably trying to copy me.
I used a similar team, but mine was better, so...
Who did you use? Like, which one did you switch out for who?
Saz was swapped for Prompto, and Leela was swapped for Lilith. It was pretty fast and fun.
Leela was swapped for Lilith. How did you defend all the heavy? Okay, hold on. We'll do the test real quick. If A can get Hyoru on him.
There's literally 3 dangerous attacks in the fight, and you can do it with 2 calls.
Hyoru goes on B only. Phenomenal. Phenomenal work. Shout out Tree Void for telling me I was wrong, because I was actually wrong. There's a first time for everything. There are more than 2 dangerous moments. B gets his Crush Call plus, which is... Wait, I gotta heal everybody.
That's the only dangerous part. If you also have Rydia, which you do...
Oh yeah, sure. She gives points.
Every single other attack in the entire fight can be dodged.
Or you can use Reno Call to do 2 of them at once.
Yeah.
Shout out Blind Eye. He was also indisposed today, and so he wasn't on with us. But he says even the best player in the game makes mistakes. Raw life, DFFOO. That's 100% correct. I do make mistakes because no one's perfect. Even if you're the best player who's ever touched a game like I am, you still make mistakes, and that's part of learning. That's part of the game. That's why I'm so good. That's why I am the best player to ever play the game, is because I learn. I do things over and over, and I die, and I fail, and I don't get my debuffs on both targets, and then I say, oh, you know, I won't do that next time.
Bra, how many HP attacks did your 9EX just do?
How many times have you gone to the bathroom in your entire life? What fucking kind of question is that? I don't
Yo.
Do you have his C85 passive equipped? Because I'm pretty sure that was missing an HP attack.
It was missing a lot of splash.
Wait.
Because the C85 gives him more splash.
You're missing his C85 passive.
Are you guys telling me I've been using my 9?
No, come
Chat,
on, man.
Hold on. Chat, he didn't equip his EX passive.
You've used 9 so much.
Well, when you C90'd him. It's only since he got C90.
Wait, I've used him in every fight since he got a C90. Wait a second. What are you guys telling me?
You didn't equip his passive.
No.
I haven't been using C90.
Guy.
I haven't been using 9. I'm going to have a panic attack.
Guy.
Wait, let's just wait. Just wait. You guys could have seen it wrong. Let's just relax. Everybody relax.
No, I've used 9 quite a bit with his C90, and I know what that attack should look like. Because that's this like weird, awkward extra dump at the end that like looks really out of place.
Oh my god, this is
man
a nightmare.
Keeps breaking the rules for how to entertain people.
This is a nightmare. There's no way that's true. You guys are 100% confused. There's no way that's right. 9 got his
100% right.
I used him in challenge runs against Kefka. I used him at Intertwined Wills for Seymour. I used him here over. There's no way. Just everybody relax.
That's the point. Yeah, check his text.
We'll relax. Just relax. We'll see.
Why am I saying check the text to see if it's gold?
Check and make sure his EX is gold text. Okay. I don't think I want to. I think I might save that for after the stream because this is a problem for me and I don't like it.
Swap him out for the rest of the fight.
I'm not checking people's buffs because I'm so upset right now. Okay, so now we got not a threshold, but we got an all attack. So when this is another cool thing about the fight. The
flashing red.
Yeah, the flashing red goes around, and if you click him, it'll show you what he's going to do. He's going to recover from break, inflict all enemies with blah, 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 all these debuffs, which don't affect me because I'm going to dodge it. But also, what it doesn't say there is when he does this, he lands. Correct?
Yes. He'll shift to becoming physical immune.
Right. So he's going to become physical immune. We're going to hit him one more time with physical damage, and then 9. Wait, actually, I don't think I need to use White Knight here because Layla. No, you do have to use White Knight.
I just swapped in Rydia for these.
Yeah, that works.
Well, he has 4 uses, and I only need to use it twice for Crush.
Well, you'll get debuffed is the problem.
Oh, okay.
If you don't evade, you're gonna get debuffed. If you don't have debuff evasion.
Yeah, which I don't. Also, it's nice to take him out of the fight because then no one can tell me that his EX passive is not No,
I think I've used Reno Call for this every time. I have no idea what the debuffs do. Are they like the poison ones that it usually does?
No, so it's like there's an HP damage taken up, there's speed down, turn rate down, attack down, defense down.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's just like everything.
Dude, that shift frame still gives me nightmares from like around when I started the game. I think was it Ultimecia BT that was used?
Yeah, the Ultimecia Heretics.
And it had like the oil injection stuff, and oh my god,
Yeah.
I did not have the tools for it.
I ran Zonde there.
Jesus.
Hell yeah. I'm amazed you can remember.
I would never forget running Zonde. It's my
Wait,
guy.
why is the shift frame?
Shout out Tree Void.
The shift frame is still in the air.
Because it didn't attack.
No, it hasn't gone yet because B attacked and moved everybody in front. I'm
Still
sorry.
got that all, baby.
I'm worried about the chat. Everyone's saying lies about me and spreading lies and saying that 9 is not C85, which he is. I've used him over and over. I have the screenshots. There's no way a player of my caliber would use their favorite character for 3 weeks at this point without updating him to C90. So you're all
This is rigged.
You're
No,
all
he's
wrong.
updated. You shouldn't put the passive on. You have to get him to C90 and then
At
put
what
the
point
passive
is the
on him.
game asking too much of the player? I C90'd him. Obviously, I want to use it. Why do I have to go in and tell the game to let me use it? I mean, it's ridiculous. What's about to fall off his shadow?
The shield.
Probably Fade to Black.
No, Fade to Black. I keep that up.
It's 9
baby.
shield.
Oh,
I can't see because I'm currently watching this run on my TV, and it's covered in like a protective blanket for the paint, and there's like a bit of tape right across the middle.
Hey, that's show business, baby.
It's a very janky setup.
Shit. Rydia's all magic.
We'll just use Flare on B. It's only single target brave hits.
I don't know how to
With
use
Flash.
Rydia. This is the first time I've ever used Rydia. Not this time, but when I did the challenge run. Flare does fucking great damage. When A is
Yeah.
magic weak, I had no idea. Flare is super strong.
Yeah, it's 4 dumps. And she's got the self
fine.
Brave Retain.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine, Goose says.
It's fine.
King Goose has spoken, everybody. It's just
As
fine.
Papolimo does that on one Xenoglossy, man.
Hey, I got a
but
I got a
does he
5
give
of 5
Lucario
staff.
evasion though.
I got a 5 of 5 staff on my Papa. So you preaching to the choir, brother. I love some Papolimo. Getting that
I
stack
would
up,
just use Flare on B if
Hit-
you
dropping that motherfucking what's the transformed Brave Plus attack called? Xenoglossy.
Xenoglossy.
God,
Xenoglossy.
that shit feels like crack. I love Papolimo. Why is everyone doing such low damage? What debuffs do I have? Oh,
because you have like no auras.
I have no.
Also,
auras.
because you're not pressing buttons.
Yeah. Also, we're in trouble because of the red aura.
Dude, there's half an hour of the show left, and you got Layla in your team.
It's fine. Everyone relax.
You've done 30% of this boss in the past like 45 minutes.
This run goes out to Bl'Artagnan. He loves Layla.
Shout out Bl'Artagnan, Layla guy. This isn't gonna put me under 30 and give me one shot at it, is it? Nah, surely not.
How would it? You've taken the damage already. I don't understand the premise of this question.
Oh, that scared the shit out of me for a second. I thought it was Crush Club plus plus. I was like, it's not time for you to use that yet.
I think he means the next character because he hasn't got a healer on his team
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah. And the HP regen is only 10% from Layla. And the red aura, he'll instantly kill you.
He's just never gonna get a turn because of Leela. That's funny.
Which keeps him physical weak, which I need to get Shadow back in.
Yeah, that's good for Shadow.
Yeah.
I'm doing this completely opposite of how I did it on my runs, because I just fucking destroyed B with Shadow.
I feel like that's an option though, because the obvious thing to do is to take down the crab bot, but you can get yourself into a situation where it has just so many turns before it's going to do its big attack, and then you just like, oh well, I've basically killed the shift frame now anyway.
And also the whole thing about Shadow not dodging because he's an evade. Look at his. I mean, he's capping every single hit. Is he avoiding defense or he doesn't?
No,
Yeah, he ignores defense like everything.
Yeah. So
yeah, no, the dodge matters for the extra turns. That's what it matters for.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I only used him not sparingly, but I used him as a nuke button.
Yo, that health.
You're at 30%.
This will push him out of that threshold, right? Oh my god, it didn't kill me. Why did that not kill me?
Because you're not at, you're above, you're at like exactly 30%.
A tiny bit above.
43 times 3 would be 12. He's got 15.
Shadow has low health.
Okay.
Shadow has really low base health.
Well, the thing that matters is you're getting poisoned for 20% every turn, so.
I learned about
regen.
I learned about Shadow's base health when we were doing that. Do you remember the Steam Krakens we had for Garnet Cycle? And they target the guy with the highest HP. I had to farm HP artifacts for Shadow so that he'd have the highest.
Why is his HP
You
so
should not
low?
have done that.
Why?
Actually, you're fine.
Yeah, I'm fine.
That was dangerous.
Another thing about A, his only threshold is 79%, where he starts jumping turns.
Warping.
So, 3 moves in a row, he will warp. I haven't used White Knight yet, so I'm just going to throw one up.
You still got Rydia buff?
Blink is on, looks like only on 9. Oh,
Gonna
no,
get some,
it's not on anyone. That's Wild Roar.
Because it's going to warp turns, so you're going to get some debuffs.
It's on everyone except 9.
When
9
he
doesn't
warps
have it,
turns,
'cause
they're single targets, I'm pretty sure.
Again, I cannot see. There is tape directly over the buffs.
Yeah,
just
I think,
swap Rydia in.
No.
Push A, take the all attack. You're gonna get 9 debuffed for like no reason.
No, he's not going to get debuffed. Watch.
What?
He got debuffed.
How is he?
He got debuffed. True story. He did get debuffed indeed.
What did you think would happen?
Okay, so
I don't
now,
understand.
so now, he's the A is magic weak, so I can start blowing him up with Layla. Layla does good damage when she's
No, she doesn't.
when she's properly supported.
Absolute cap.
You guys are fucking high. If she's properly supported. Oh, also he
Define
cleanses.
proper support.
He also cleanses, which is annoying as
Couple
shit.
BTs.
Rams a Garnet?
A cleanses, and then later on, he also buffs himself insanely. So one of my runs died because I didn't bring enough dispels, and the dispel calls cost me the run because he becomes basically just a ridiculous beast with all his buffs. So make sure you bring some way to dispel all of his buffs when he does that.
Wait, Cross, is JP not done with the raids? Did you?
Nope.
Okay, so you know how they're doing the end of... I know this isn't a JP stream, but you know they're doing the end of Act 3 at the moment? Basically, they're doing a special thing where to do the Shinryu, they have to do like 10 raid clears of each bot. There's 4 different raids, and they have to be like 10 raid kills on each raid for anyone to be able to do the Shinryu. And there's no individual rewards for them, so they haven't been done yet.
Wait, so you can't even access
Correct.
the...
Nobody has.
Yeah,
done
no
that.
one can.
I don't
No
think.
one...
Are you shitting
This
me?
event dropped like this morning, and it hasn't happened yet.
Why the fuck would they do that?
Who knows? Who knows?
That sounds actually horrible.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so here's a big threshold we all got to talk about. B is in complete invulnerable mode. He's going to use Crush Club, which kills everybody. White Knight will absorb that if you have it up, but you got to make sure you have it up. And no one, only Layla has it up, so I have to waste another White Knight to get it up on everyone. That's
How many have you used?
1.
1.
But
Oh yeah, because 9 got hit because you didn't have the evasion.
yeah,
So he has Rebellious Fang. Right.
which is fine. This right here is gonna you just White Knight and then
All right, Jack, keep an eye on 9's EX text.
why are you guys doing that? Why it's
There it is. There it was. You see that, Samagi?
I know. I saw the animation. I know how this attack goes.
Dead to fucking rights.
How long has it been like that?
Since
How
he got
fucking
C90.
long? How fucking long
Since
has it been
since
like that?
Seymour.
I used him
You've
on
used
stream.
him in every event.
I've used him in every event since he got C90. This is not my fault. This is y'all's fault. Truly, this is y'all's fault.
Wow.
Damn, at what point is chat asking too much of the streamer?
Of the streamer. Thank you. I mean, you've seen me use him. How has no one... We're good. Boom.
Nice attack there.
So he...
Yeah, it's funny that that big threshold attack, if you try to use Warrior of Light Call to mitigate it, it just doesn't work. Because
Did
it
that
just
happen to
breaks
you?
through the shield.
Yeah, did that
It
happen
just
to you?
breaks through the shield.
Yeah, that shit happened to me. I brought Warrior of Light Call. I was like, oh yeah, just one. There's 6 units, so I just bring Warrior of Light Call, get through one of these thresholds. No, is it the Brave hits or what? He just
Yeah, it breaks the shield.
yeah, he just literally chews through the shield instantly, and
Right, and Warrior of Light, the way it works is it only mitigates damage up to your current shield value. So if you don't have any
Yeah.
shield, it doesn't do shit.
The first time that happened, it really threw me when I was like, wait, but I have like 500 shield off. Why am I taking so much damage? Gotta read.
we have a redeem host question from Cross, and Cross is my sworn enemy, but he has my back here. Both Goose and Somegi, how long did y'all not tell Raw he didn't have the passive on? I mean, think about
I
it.
told him as soon as I saw it.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't soon enough. I've been using him for weeks.
Why do you think I asked how many HP attacks there were? 'Cause I was like, wait a minute.
Let's count
That
them.
didn't look
Let's
right.
count them. Hold on.
There should be 4.
1, 2 dumps.
This is a grown-ass man with a broken meniscus who can put his own passives on.
It's torn. It's torn. It's not broken. It's torn.
Yeah, but yes, there should be 4 HP attacks.
Okay, so he has now buffed himself stupendously. And I wanted to show off Seymour Call. I blued my Seymour. Been using him. He's so much fun. This was the first time I used Dispel's only a single target. I gotta use Ferris Call. So I used Seymour's Call, and it did 1,000,000 damage to everyone.
Cross, I haven't been on this show since, like, I don't know, when was the last time?
Damn, a long time ago.
It's been a while.
I
But
remember what
still,
you were
as a
on for, I don't
friend,
remember.
you should have said, "Hey,
I'm usually asleep now. It's 20 to 2.
wait, where's my Ferris Call?"
What? It was on. I've seen it. It's
Maybe
on someone you've
Shadow.
used.
Yeah, it's on Shadow. It's your skill 1, right?
Yeah,
think
open
so.
fire is dispel. Like I said, I actually brought 2 dispel calls. I brought Ferris and I brought Shulk.
Oh, the cool thing here with the buffs, though, is because it gets an HP resist buff up, with the blue ore at the same time, it doesn't take like hardly any damage if you keep the buffs up.
Yeah, it cost me a run because I didn't bring enough Dispel calls, so now I have like 3 different Dispel calls. I brought Seymour on someone. But see, this is how
Say more again.
Seymour. I mean, it's close enough.
Thank you.
No, it's really not.
Yeah, we're fine here. We're just gonna... I'm doing a little different because you guys are all in my ear talking all this bullshit about C90, C85-9, like it's my fault. which
Yeah,
it's
you have the
not.
passive that you are missing. Correct.
So it's kind
I
of
don't
hard to
get it.
focus, but the
You can say C90. Why don't you say say 90?
Seymour is spoken in Final Fantasy X. I'll pull it up on my phone right now. They say Seymour Guado. Seymour.
Fucking Seymour.
It's
You're
Seymour
fucking-
Guado.
You are fried.
You are completely incorrect here, Olive.
Blind Eye, settle it.
Blind Eye doesn't want to talk about it. BC in chat. What's up, Black Cloud
What up,
Strife?
DC?
Check out BC on YouTube. That's the challenge. The challenge, that's exactly right. I'm not going to explain why or how, because I don't know. But the challenge is to not equip your C85 because he doesn't need it.
Tree Boy, I got a challenge idea for you. No C85 passives.
Mm-hmm. No
That's
C85.
the C side.
Challenge.
We've got the A and the B side. That's the C85 side.
I mean, Shadow's just cracked, dude. I mean, he is just unbelievable.
He's sick.
Just unbelievable. Blue Shadow damage is just it's on another level. I cannot believe that that I've been using this 9 in this way.
Have you got C85 on Shadow? I haven't been watching.
I have to, surely. He's had C90.
I don't actually know what his C90 does, so I believe it does, yeah. How many dumps should that attack have? I don't have this character.
It only affects the
If it's more than one, then he's got it.
It was more than one, I think.
Yes, it's more than one. I mean, my whole thing now is how many units am I using in this way? How many units have I not physically turned on the C85 passive, and I just don't realize their EX is so much better. Everyone's always like, oh, their EX is so much better, and I'm like, I don't know, I didn't really notice. And no fucking way, no wonder I didn't notice. It wasn't any better.
God damn it.
You have to hang, when you're this, listen to me. I know I gotta finish the fight. All right, I'll finish, hold on. Let me check, I'll finish the fight. Okay, but listen to me.
Push a button and then talk.
Okay,
Push a button
okay,
and then
all
talk.
right, okay. Listen, when you're this good at something, when you're at the high competitive level that I am in this game, sometimes you do things for fun. Sometimes you handicap yourself. You guys can't understand that because to be on my level in this game, you have to have every possible. I don't need the EX passive. I don't need the C85 passive. That's the challenge. Is that clear? That's the challenge.
That's the challenge.
Loud and clear, buddy.
We haven't talked about
Tree Boy, you writing this down?
We haven't talked about the rest of the thresholds, but the little guy does do one scary thing at the end, which is normally when I summoned on my runs. He, at the very end right here, he goes back into his untouchable state, right? So
Yeah.
If you don't save some mitigation, you could be in big trouble because at the very end, we're going to get there here shortly because Shadow's going to tear through him. But he does his thing again where you have to God, he's in red fucking aura again. I can't do the Shadow thing. I like to hit his.
The beauty is you could swap him out and use someone else.
Yeah, but who am I going to use? Ursula? Saz?
Yes.
That sounds like a skill issue.
Press Saz's LD and just do like a shit ton of damage.
He doesn't do any damage. I don't know. I don't know why.
His LD is 1 AoE brave hit over 7 dumps.
It's horrible. I did use him in my other run.
Well, then pair him with Ursula. Then it'll do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I'll get Ursula and Saz in on the field at the same time. That'll be great.
I mean, you can just swap Ursula in.
An HP regen as well.
You can swap Ursula in late in the fight and just spam Kakarot for some free damage.
Oh, we didn't do a poll. You guys can clearly see how good I am. I don't have my EX on. Samegi, make a poll real quick. 1 minute. Will I get through this without any characters dying?
No, make it, will he get through the fight before the end of the show?
By 9 p.m. Yeah, 14 minutes to finish this fight.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's over.
that's
over.
good.
It's easy. I'm done. I mean, I'm essentially done.
Speaking of end of the show, we got a banner tonight. You guys pulling?
I don't know.
Goose, you answer your own
Raijin
question
Kadaj?
first. Raijin Kadaj.
All right.
Do you have them?
I mean, yeah, of
do you
course I'm
have,
pulling.
Do you have Kadaj? And if not, are you pulling for both or for one?
I'm definitely pulling for Raijin. He's really good. He's got that call that people are going on about. It's pretty nice. It locks down HP damage and debuffs and all that, and does some HP damage resist, I think, as well. Kadaj seems pretty good. He's pretty single target heavy, but he neuters Brave Gains pretty hard, which is really good for upcoming fights. We got some hard single target fights coming up, like Bahamut and Safer Sephiroth, and then he's really good in T9. So I think like Circumstance is really nice for him.
I'm typing to Cross about Fire Force. Fire Force Season 3 was announced today. Shout out Cross. Shout out Fire Force. I'm a weeb. I can't wait to see Arthur and the dragon guy animated. That fight's gonna be gnarly. I'm pulling on Raijin because I want a full save. I'm a diehard Final Fantasy VIII guy, as everyone knows.
Also, 25 seconds left to vote in this prediction.
Vote in the prediction.
And 9 p.m. is Eastern Time, EST.
Oh shit! How much
Wait,
time?
what did
14
you say?
minutes?
Will Raw finish before?
Yeah, well, Raw Life perfect this fight before 9 p.m.
Oh shit! I gotta hurry.
Oh,
Okay.
thank God you put perfect.
I've seen the bullshit that Raw Life tries to pull to get out of these predictions. Wow, nobody voted. Nobody voted yes.
What the fuck, guys? You guys fucked us, man. Did any of these heal? Did any of these calls heal?
Have you got Cyan Core? Have you got Cyan Core?
Yes, Lyse LD call is a large heal and also gives you regen.
Perfect. Let's do that.
I said
Well,
EST.
You gotta remember, Raw is sitting on a summon phase.
I like to use the summon phase at the end when right before the guy goes into or right after he goes into indestructible mode here, right, and then he ends it at 10%.
Wait, shit, how much health is the shift frame on? That looks like a lot.
No,
62.
No. Once
Oh, dear.
once the other guy dies, I bring out Shadow and keep the shift frame in the air, and Shadow just 500k, 400k, 500k, 400k, just over and over and over, just absolutely melts him. Just trust me. This is not my first rodeo. All right, I'm about to use his EX, and look, you don't really need an extra dump. Look how much damage it does. Boom. Cap.
Think
Cap.
about how much more damage it would do. It also splashes
Cap.
less if you don't have to.
You know who would have done more damage there is Edgar.
Are you still really on the Edgar thing? You're still... Have you used him? Is he... I mean, I know he can
I
imperil
have not
stuff.
used him here, but
Okay.
low-key, he'd be good here because he makes everyone do tons of brave damage, and that kind of matters in this fight.
Yeah. This is a challenge run, but I do have to be honest with everyone. Layla is... I've done it a bunch of times. I've done a bunch of different teams. Layla is the best unit for this fight. A lot of people say Freya, Zac. I mean, I guess Zac could be better, but I think if you're
No,
not
the
it is
best-
Freya.
The best units for this fight are Kaita Call and Reno Call. And maybe Rydia.
Rydia is really good here.
But just use Rydia Call.
No, in the party. You can just not deal with any mechanics the entire fight if you just keep Rydia on the field.
So what's going to happen on B? I said I know this fight like the back of my hand, but I lied. At 19, is he going to do... Oh, holy shit! Friend of the show, Cosmic Poo, has just gifted 5 subs. Phenomenal. From the FIFA
Let's
days...
go.
From the FIFA days through the Fortnite days into the DFFOO days. Cosmic Poo. Shout out Cosmic Poo. See, that's a true friend for years of suffering on this stream. Thank you, Cosmic Poo. We appreciate
Speaking
it.
of suffering, can you put us out of our suffering and finish this fucking fight?
This
Never
is-
happening.
This is a great team. This is a good fight, and it's a great... This is... The people want to see the highest level...
Yes, they want to see you actually do it.
Fucking Layla on the field? No shot.
Freya. Everyone in chat is saying Freya's better than Layla here. And
Absolutely.
here's why you're wrong. Freya dodges while she's in the air, and she batteries everyone and all that shit. Layla dodges
brings it-
every move in the entire... She locks the single targets to herself and dodges every attack the entire fight except for...
Yes, but...
Which Freya does dodge. Freya dodges the attack that Layla can't.
But she doesn't dodge it for everyone.
So she gives the party last stand.
Well, so she does damage.
Freya does... Layla's doing damage too. Once this other guy dies, you'll see. Storm Surge is...
And you actually can use the party
Okay.
last stand because it uses the big attack when it's in the blue aura, so it won't kill you. Right? That's correct, I think.
Yep, that's right. It works perfectly fine, yeah.
Look, 416...
I used Queen in one of my runs, and she was pretty nice for the HP regen on last stand.
Well. I tried using Queen in a run, and there's a bit of a problem that Queen has.
Did you press
here.
EX?
Yes, I pressed her EX.
No, you can't. You can't do that.
Why? Explain.
Because
She
it drops
pressed
the
EX
HP to
during the
1.
red aura. She'll fucking die.
Yes.
Not enough HP regen. Couldn't happen to me.
No, that's not it.
What is it?
It said it drops your HP to 1, and if you're below 30%, it instantly kills you.
Ignoring all
I thought she
effects.
was unkillable in EX mode.
No, this
Yeah,
is like an
ignores
orb
that.
kill. It's just like a set HP to 0.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
so-
even
It's what now, Goose? Goose?
This is
Did you die?
gone.
Huh? Am I gone?
I don't. Oh no, you're back. You just stopped talking in the middle of that sentence.
Oh, I probably took my thumb off the push to talk. No, like it's even more than set HP to 0 because Queen's Effect keeps her alive at 0 HP. It's a straight up kill.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about like an orb kill. Like they say your HP is 0, they don't just kill you.
Yeah, where those Arden runs at?
Yeah, Arden's not doing great here. Don't use Vivi here, probably.
Oh, have you tried Bush and like how his effect works? Like, does the heal bypass it?
I don't know. I haven't tried.
Anyone in chat know?
I imagine it does,
What?
otherwise he wouldn't be banned from the Tree Void challenge.
Oh damn, was he?
Yeah, he's one of the B-side bans. Which tells me he's probably pretty good here.
Okay, so we need a White Knight. I think we have 2 left still. Need a White Knight to deal with Crush Club. And then once he goes... see, we're almost done. Once he does his thing and he's not invulnerable anymore, then I summon. I use Shadow, melt him down, and then I use Shadow and melt the other guy down. This is a
6 minutes,
science.
bud.
Bosch has died on me? How did you die with Bosch?
He only heals himself to 50% if he gets HP poison below 30 and doesn't
Ah.
heal himself back up.
The damn HP poison, man.
I swear like all his moves heal himself.
Do they all? I actually don't know.
That one of them does. One of the 2 skills does.
I know most of them, but I don't think they all do.
I'm about to get debuffed again because I don't have Redia out here.
Well, then put Rydia out there. What's the problem?
Too late.
What?
9 and Sauce both got fucking debuffed. God damn it.
That's the challenge.
It's just speed down. It's not the end of the world. Not like your speed matters when you have Leela.
Now Layla can hit. Oh wait, one of her. Oh, I fixed our little buffs. Storm Surge, yeah. Now that this guy's not resisting everything Layla does, check. Oh, the other guy's invulnerable now. Fuck. See that? Who said Layla doesn't do damage? Show yourself. I have 6 minutes. Okay, all right.
My stream hasn't caught up yet.
White Knight.
It did 400,000 damage.
Wait,
to
why did White Knight?
enemy.
Oh, I saw it.
Why did White Knight go away? It changed into Rebellious Fang. What
So
happened?
you got attacked.
You got hit.
Oh fuck!
Dude, where have you been?
I only have 1 White Knight left.
And you have 1 threshold left. You're good.
And you have Rydia.
Oh yeah, I can dodge everything the other guy does. I'm just saying, I'm doing this for entertainment value. I'm doing it a little different than the safe one. 'Cause I don't need it to be
Damn,
safe.
Tree Void. Raw's making your challenge look bad.
That's the challenge. All right, we're good. White Knight protect. Oh, he did something else, and now she's gonna get another turn. Layla, damn it! She still has White Knight.
We are really against the clock here, my guy.
What's the time? What's the time?
You got 4 minutes.
8:56.
I go.
You're nowhere close, man.
I'm close. I summon as soon as this guy stops being invulnerable.
Dude, B hasn't gone, and you've got Layla.
B's about to go. All right. B go, and then I summon and murder him, and we're done.
Who says Layla doesn't do damage?
One of the targets was invulnerable. All right,
If Layla
Who
did
says
damage,
she doesn't
bosses
do
would be
damage?
dead.
absolute, blah blah blah, dead. So now you bring out your shadow. You
Are we over an hour yet?
Almost certainly.
go ahead and summon. And you murder this guy. Is this an hour-long run?
And these bosses have 10 million health each, right?
Now you know how to
Probably
do
the
it.
number.
For those interested who haven't tried, my challenges are much more entertaining. Okay.
Yeah, I had way
I
more
did it.
fun with
I-
challenge
okay.
than this run.
All right. Everybody's big talker. Easy while you're
Uh-huh.
sitting back there talking about the run. This is... You guys hate on me so much for dying all the time? Well, guess what? We ain't fucking dying here. We're fucking dominant. This is a well-oiled machine. I have fucked up my shadow skill uses, though. I don't know how I'm going to kill the Titan.
That guy is physical resist right now.
Yes.
Yeah, the other guy is.
Correct.
Also, my game. I would have made it if my game wasn't lagging. You see the frames we're dropping right now?
Oh yeah, that's your excuse?
Look at the
You
frames.
want to retime?
Look at the frames I'm dropping. Yeah, give me 5 more minutes. I guarantee you we're done.
5 minutes.
Yeah, we're done in 5 minutes here.
That is an absurd amount of time to give for this small.
That's like a whole Garnet Machina run.
Look at the frames I'm dropping. I mean,
Yeah. Good player.
This is actually torture, though. My God.
this is unreal. Look at the. It's like molasses going uphill in January. You know what I mean?
Is that a Toby Keith lyric?
It's not a Toby Keith lyric. It's a Southern colloquialism.
Yeah, you know. Poke a hole in my molasses so all my runs take an hour.
Okay. Okay. We do have 2 minutes. What comes tonight with Raijin? I'm pulling for him for his call.
Dodge.
What event is it? It's C90
The
Kadash?
intersecting wells. Yeah,
Oh, it's
right
the Cypher and Cerberus fight, right?
Yeah.
I literally have no idea what happens with that. I've heard it's not very hard. That's all I know.
Saz is doing 1 Saz is doing 1 brave damage.
I think Cypher puts Scar of Destruction on you. Oh my God, this damage.
He's doing 1 brave. Saz was doing 1 brave, folks. What do you want me to do?
Who says that doesn't do damage?
Saz was doing single brave damage.
Yo, how long does it take 5,320 to do a million?
How long does it take 1 to do a million? I don't know what happened there. Saz's attack stat is just too low. Not enough auras, I guess.
Well, it's because all of his buffs got pushed off by those debuffs.
Bummer. Sorry, Saz. All right, we're gonna murder this. We're almost done.
No, we're not.
We're so close to done.
You're like maybe 75% on at most.
Oh, you also have like less than a minute.
Yeah.
I applied for an extension.
Wait, if no one bet against him, does no one win any channel points?
I think that's the case, correct? Yes.
And
Sadly.
if he won, everyone would lose all of their channel points.
I actually have no idea how that would work.
Oh, there we are. There's 2 o'clock.
I should have done.
Yeah.
I should have done the Lilith call.
Well, yeah, the problem is no
Before-
one bet that he would succeed.
Notice how there's still like quite a lot of the fight left.
Why is he doing 1 brave? Why is Saz still doing 1 brave?
Should have brought Prompto, my guy.
I don't have Prompto. We're 1 hour away, so the challenge is over. I failed. Whatever.
It's brutal.
You want me to win? You want me to die? You want me
The
to
1
take a
hour
long
trio.
time? You want me to take a short time? You want me to do this? At what point is the community asking too much of the challenge runner? Just let me live. I haven't used Ursula at all, but I just
Yeah, I bet you would have done it if you had C85 on 9.
You feel good?
Actually, what the?
I feel
his
phenomenal,
AI
man.
Probably does some other stuff other than just more damage.
Look at the frames. Like, what do you look? This Fran call is taking a full 60 seconds.
Game Torrent's meniscus.
Jesus.
Yes, yeah. The thing you miss out by not having a C85 is 9 gets 60% Brave damage up, 30% Brave gains up, and 30% Overflow, all for himself. And you haven't had any of that.
And I've been not doing that for like 3 weeks at this
Correct. That is accurate, yes.
point. Sounds to me like that's a good player.
Oh, something interesting actually with what is happening on the screen right now. Ifrit, the buff.
Yeah. That goes on everyone, doesn't it?
It goes on the benched players too.
Yeah.
Hellfire does?
Yeah, and I actually
Yeah,
have noticed that I'm pretty sure it happens on calls in normal fights. Am I wrong on that? I feel like I've seen it pop up.
Your call will appear.
Yeah, no, you're right.
on
No,
it.
it definitely does because it happens with Cyan when you use him in summon. He gets the full Ifrit benefits.
I mean, if you use like a call later in the fight after you've summoned,
Oh,
think
I don't
they
know.
still get the buff.
To be honest, I don't really know how buffs work in 6-man. I didn't really check. I assume if they're from the party, they only go on active party members.
That is accurate, yeah. But if it's like special,
Yeah.
Check out.
so you're really had a higher HP cap there. That's what made me think of it.
Yeah, no, that's really neat, that. Because you bring people in later in the fight after you've forgotten about your summon phase, and like, oh damn, Seymour just did a shit ton.
Yeah. Give her a
Actually, that
turn.
said, I did try using Seymour. This was in the run I did with Renoa. And without, like, real auras, Seymour does awful damage. It was, like, just horrendous to see when he's doing all his skills and it's hitting, like, 200k.
That AX by 9 would have killed him if he had one more dump. Jesus. Jesus. I really have been fucking myself with that. I've got to go check all my C90 characters. I may have been playing this game. I may have been playing this game for months at this point with the wrong, like without the C85 equip. That sucks.
Did you ask for 5 more minutes, by the way?
Yeah, are we done?
Yeah.
You're nearly out of those.
You were 4 minutes past the original deadline.
What?
You've got
Almost.
yeah. Basically done.
Becca just came in here and said the same thing. What's taking so fucking long? Your team is so strong for this fight. What's happening?
Did you tell her about Layla?
Did you tell her about the massive skill issue?
All right,
Layla
okay,
died.
all right. We're done. We'll be back next week. What's coming tonight? Just a Raijin LD
Raijin Kadash.
Kadaj
Just finish this up,
C90.
man. It's almost over. Get 9 out of here. Get a magic unit in. Do some damage.
I don't have
Get
any
the hell outta
magic
here.
units on the bench.
Bring Ursula. She doesn't have to do brave damage.
Get Layla off the field because otherwise it'll never get enough turns to do
9 has C90.
damage.
9 has C90. Alright, yeah, ultimate weapon. Surely he'll just go through. Yeah, 86 damage. Very nice. 86 brave per hit.
Get Ursula in here.
Oh yeah, haven't used Ursula yet.
You can just spam Chakra.
Do we have?
And also, the Brave Floor will benefit everyone else, and she doesn't need to do Brave damage on Tenshoha.
Yeah, that works. And she'll also make people who aren't hitting numbers hit numbers.
Yeah, like Leela.
Whatever. Everybody is a fucking backseat gamer. Everyone knows.
Correct.
Everyone
That's my
knows.
role on the stream.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Here we go. He's weak to magic right now. Let's do this right here. Oh shit, I used my last dispel. No, I have a single dispel, I think.
You do, yeah. Also, it's not going to like get enough turns for that to be relevant.
Damn, those unused Seymour calls that could have done something.
Phenomenal. 858k. Who needs a Cyan call? Real quick, how do you fucking use Ursula?
Wait, press her LD. Press her LD. It's gonna do shit damage,
I
doesn't
used
matter.
your
Press her
EX.
LD.
I used your
No,
EX too
don't.
late.
It's not gonna do anything.
I mean, EX is a free turn, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's free, I guess, but it's gonna do like 100 damage. Like,
Oh no.
Why is it not doing
Oh
it?
no.
Why is that
Press the LD.
happening?
Wait, do you have Ursula LD?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take the tape off your TV. Look at this damage. Look at this damage. Who said Layla?
yeah, she has the Brave Floor.
Boom. Boom. Any fucking questions?
So
Yeah,
many
she does
questions,
like
man.
acceptable damage.
Yeah, while also completely breaking every fight that doesn't stop her from breaking it. I'm Layla.
Yeah,
guy
but at
now.
what cost, you know? At what cost?
Well,
I don't think I've ever had fun using Layla.
No.
why? She protects you. She lets your other units move again. She dodges. She's. Now what do I do? Do that?
just-
The extra HP.
Oh, boy.
This right here.
Okay, no. Now you press Chakra. That'll just set everyone's Brave to max. It's a very good button. you want to press chakra.
Oh my god, Tree Void, I'm so sorry.
Now you press her special HP plus.
Tree Void, you brought this. What hell hath you wrought? And then you have the fucking cojones to come in here and tell me I'm taking too long.
See, she's actually doing damage.
Someone's about to fall
And that's
off.
full AoE damage. If you had a second boss alive, it would do even more damage.
One little fun thing I found out with this is when the crab has its shield up, I think Excalibur found out that you can use Leo Call or Leo Effect to still do damage, and you can push the threshold and not get hit.
Really? That's
Yeah.
that's so funny.
So you can do 0 boss turn.
Well, we're almost done here.
You also just skip the threshold.
Yeah, Raijin tonight.
Yeah, he did not.
What does anybody have any final thoughts about this fight? About the first 6-man? Goose, we'll start with you.
Great event.
What do you think overall? What's your takeaways?
I think it's really fun. I think the format itself of 6-man is really fun and really promising. It lets you use units in different ways and interact with the fight differently. So, big fan. I think the fight itself had a lot of cool, dangerous mechanics, but like, they're not actually that hard because you have so many options to get around them with all your extra party members and calls, and they don't really have the health to stand up to any competent team, let alone this incompetent team.
This is a fucking challenge run, okay? I'm a challenge runner. This is a very competent team. Some girl, what do you think about the boss rush? The fucking 6-man, whatever it's called.
Well, my first thought is you should press Rydia's LD because I think you might be missing a
fine.
buff. But no, I think this is a very fun event. I had a lot of fun playing with the different teams. There's a lot of ways of approaching this fight, which I think is always fun. That while there is danger, there's so many units who we have who can just deal with all these different mechanics. And it's really fun to sort of see them all do their thing. Like, for example, you've got the big attack that, like, you have to mitigate it somehow, but there's, like, 10 different units who can just completely neuter that attack. Which I think is just a fun, and really a testament to, I think, this game's strength in general, which is just the large, diverse roster, lots of characters who do lots of different things. Like I said, I agree that I don't think this fight was especially hard, especially if you have, a solid roster put together. I can't wait to play more of these.
Music was fire though.
Oh yeah.
Music was sick. Yeah, I'm looking forward to them. I don't know how many more they have, but I'm looking forward to it. We'll be back next week. What's happening between now and then? Obviously, Raijin tonight.
Cisne on Friday.
Friday?
Friday for me. Thursday for you
night.
guys.
Okay.
Yeah. And then do we get a stream next Monday?
No, it just happened, didn't it?
That's the end of this month's
17th of
content?
May.
Wait, is that true? I don't know how to see it. Well, we'll be back next week and we'll go over those two events at least. Maybe there's a stream. I don't know if that's true or not. But
I think the next stream is coming, but I don't actually know.
Goose, thank you for hanging out with us this week. Any closing
Thanks for having
thoughts?
me. Yeah, closing thoughts. I had no idea you had any ultimate weapons that whole fight. Thanks for having me on. It was a lot of fun.
Some girl, anything nice to say before we end the stream, please?
I appreciate your willingness to really put yourself out there and act the fool on stream. It's really appreciated.
That was a challenge run, just so everybody knows. I'll see you guys next week. Bl'Art maybe be back. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We'll see you on Monday. Later.
Good night, everybody.
Adios.